News flash begins with a campaign against low-level corruption in the aviation sector, which began under the last administration in partnership with the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission. This time, the Anti-Corruption Agency is visiting aviation parastatals to jumpstart a risk assessment study of the sector using the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos and the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja as pilots. Here at the Accident and Investigation Bureau in Lagos, the leader of the ICPC team asks for the cooperation of all.
ICPC inaugurated a joint committee to follow up on the intervention strategy in the aviation industry to see how the problem of corruption can be reduced and tackled.
We are trying to entrench a new order where we are looking at how to revamp our systems and make them better. Now, making them better is not just for an individual, it's for the country. There are several things that we all agree that are not working well. And these are opportunities for us to make these things work better. And apart from that, I see this as an opportunity for us to even make our own agency better. Because if we have this risk assessment, our processes looked at, revamped for us, a lot of those areas where people, maybe out of ignorance or deliberate, maybe doing certain things, we can easily get it sorted out without looking as if somebody is actually trying to witch hunt somebody by getting him to do things in a certain way.
Before now, the Ministry of Aviation and the ICPC had signed a memorandum of understanding between both agencies to eliminate low-level corruption in the sector. Now to the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, where the agency has begun the amendments of its regulations to be in line with those changes that have taken place in civil aviation and in accordance with International Civil Aviation Organization regulations. At a three-day stakeholders workshop on the proposed amendment to Nigeria's civil aviation regulations, the Director General of NCAA, Captain Mukhtar Usman, disclosed that the ongoing amendment to NCAA regulation is the first major amendment since promulgation of the regulation. Still, with the NCAA, as the agency says, it will commence official registration of all the aviation fuel marketers. The NCAA says all existing aviation fuel suppliers will be required to register and regularize their operations with the NCAA, while new entrants will file fresh application for the same requirements. This action is not unconnected with the recent controversies concerning the Jet A1 supply and usage by airline operators.
Traveling by air can be one of the most exciting things to do, and it remains the fastest mode of transportation in the world. Airplanes, which are used to fly from one place to another, can carry people to other continents, countries, and across the oceans within hours. With all the new aeronautical technology and advanced engineering that we have these days, the list of aircraft types and models continues to grow. Our future shows which are commonly bought by airlines, but in no particular order. First, the Boeing 747, which is commonly known as the jumbo jet and queen of the skies. Its distinctive hump upper deck along the forward part of the aircraft makes it among the world's most recognizable aircraft. Some airlines use it for commercial flights, while others utilize the plane for cargo. It is also the base model of Air Force One. It is deserving of the #1 position because a lot of airline companies rely on this plane. First flown commercially in 1970, the 747 held the passenger capacity record for 37 years. The 747-400 is the most common passenger version in service. And the largest operators include Singapore Airlines, Japan Airlines, and British Airways with 57 as of June 2013. The next is the Boeing 777, commonly referred to as the 777. The aircraft can accommodate about 300 to 500 passengers. It is one of the best options, especially for airline companies that provide international flights. One advantage this aircraft offers is that it has turbofan engines, 6 wheels on each main landing gear, fully circular fuselage cross-section, and a blade-shaped tail cone, all adding to its better flight and movement. Developed in consultation with 8 major airlines, the 777 was designed to replace older wide-body airliners and bridge the capacity difference between Boeing 767 and Plus 747. As Boeing's first fly-by-wire airliner, it has computer-mediated controls. It is also the first entirely computer-aided designed commercial aircraft. Another is the Boeing 737, a short to medium-range twin-jet narrow-body airliner whose family continues to grow. Most of the passenger models have a capacity of 85 to 215 passengers. The 737 is Boeing's only narrow-body airliner in production, with the -700, -800, and -109er variants currently being built. A re-engined and redesigned version, the 737 MAX, is set to debut in 2017. The 737 series is the best-selling jet commercial airliner. The 737 has been continuously manufactured by Boeing since 1967, with 8,636 aircraft delivered. Most 737 cockpits are equipped with eyebrow windows positioned above the main glare shield. Eyebrow windows were a feature of the original 707 and 727. They allowed for greater visibility in turns and offered better sky views if navigating by stars. With modern avionics, they became redundant. Many 737s serve various markets. Then finally, the Boeing 787, also called the Dreamliner. The aircraft was introduced for commercial flight primarily due to its fuel efficiency. Its variants seat 242 to 335 passengers in typical 3-class seating configurations. It is Boeing's pioneering airliner with the use of composite materials as the primary material in the construction of its airframe. Even the engineering for the interior focused on saving power and improving the flight experience, by maximizing the use of 4-panel windshields, using noise reduction techniques for the engine, and a whole lot of other innovations. It shares a common type rating with the larger Boeing 777 to allow qualified pilots to operate both models.
This is our final destination, but feel free to reach us on our feedback platforms. And remember, traveling by air remains the safest form of transportation. I'm Bukola Jokitumbi.